The highly anticipated LEGO Medieval Town Square is finally here, a spiritual successor to fan-favorite Medieval Market Street from 2009, kinda bringing the goat back and meant to be displayed next to the Lion Knight's castle as it's part of the same world for reasons I'll explain in a bit. But because they're meant to fit together, I do wonder why the box art didn't keep the yellow styling the castle had, the Eldorado Fortress, or even some gift with purchase set remakes of classic LEGO themes. It would have made so much sense having these in the same style of boxes next to each other in a LEGO store, right? But like the castle, this build was split into two main buildings, with each having its own building instruction booklet. There's 8 minifigures included in this set: the innkeeper, the cheesemaker's daughter, the shieldsmith, the carpenter, the tapestry weaver, the tax collector, the crook, member of the classic themed Wolfpack faction, and finally the tower guard, featuring the same clothing as that of the Queen's army from the castle. There's also a few extra builds that support the storylines of some of the characters, like a sawhorse, tool support, a wood lathe, and a desk, with the plans for the kingdom chairs, one included in the set in tan, while two others are already in use in the castle set. The shieldsmith has the support with a printed Lion Knight's shield and a blank one ready to be painted. The cheesemakers have a stall with lots of different types of cheeses to sell to villagers, and the tapestry weaver is about to be done with the commissioned work for the castle. Sticker, unfortunately, which the set does have a significant amount, meant to reference an image featured in a LEGO catalog from 1981. There's a cow or horse carriage for the farmhouse, though none is included in the set. And the last side build of this set is this tree build that the village folks use to place some signs. One with a goat for sale, another offering a reward for the crook, and another with a big beware sign referencing what looks to be the Bat Lord. Now diving into the main builds, I gotta say that I like the looks of them. I've seen people complaining about the colors being too bland, but I personally feel they fit the theme and era quite well. They're clearly not as colorful as the Medieval Market Village set, and while in most cases I'll be an advocate of wanting nicer colors on LEGO sets, this here just works. The three different color schemes for the timber frame styled houses, with a tan and brown one, iconic red and black, and the white and black one, the stone structures of the carpentry and tower, green floors, cobblestone entrances, and stone chimneys with cool piece choices for the smoke. The architectural traits shared with the castle build are the thatched roofs seen in some of the buildings, and in some cases the exact same one as the one seen in the castle. As for the tower build that's connected to the inn, not a whole lot needs to be said, right? The top of the tower, the windows or the arrow slits are perfect copies, and the landscaping with the dark green spruce trees also match, making these distinct builds perfectly fitting together within the same world. The first set of builds has the farmhouse of the cheesemakers, the carpentry shop, and the tapestry workshop, all very distinct from each other even though they're grouped together. Some of them have signs in the form of stickers, and the farmhouse has the goat pen, very rough looking on the fences, which I kinda like, some water on the backside, a few mushrooms and greenery. A squirrel is included, but the hype for LEGO fans lies in the goat, same element as before, just with a different color, which looks great in my opinion, with the printed eyes and horns. The back reveals the open back entrance for the carpentry, and around the right some crops from the farmhouse most likely, even though this is the tapestry workshop that we can see by opening the building up due to the hinged connections. I find it a bit weird that the three buildings are connected in the interior, whereas in the other building, while the same is true, there's clear separations between the rooms, if that makes any sense. But back to the tapestry workshop, removing the tapestry support shown before, this place is quite bare, with just a few spools of colored threads and a small oven for some cooking. The bottom floor of the carpentry is just as plain, unless you place all of the items shown before, but the floor above has a removable roof to let us check out some of the supplies the carpenter has, and a string element is connected to the crane outside, allowing items to be moved up and down. This gear here makes it work, though inside we need to unlock the mechanism like this to be able to bring stuff to the ground level. This other clip element here will open the trapdoor with the stairs to go up, and there's also the option of removing this entire floor altogether for better access to the lower floor. On the farmhouse, however, just the roof can be removed, revealing all of the essentials for the cheesemakers to do their job, with the stove there, a table full of different kinds of cheese, and the kitty enjoying a bit of milk for the efforts of keeping the rats away. The second building is the coolest of the two in my opinion, featuring the Night's Watch Tower, the Shieldmaker's workshop, and the two Broken Axes Inn, with a brilliant matching brick build sign of sorts. I really have no issues with colors in this set, and the main facade, so to speak, looks really good in my eyes. I'm kinda bummed about stickers that the Lion Knight's castle, for instance, managed not to have, so yeah, there's that. The tower build does bring some fond memories back from building that masterpiece, and I like how hidden in the corner this small tree has a bird's nest made with a minifigure beard element. As you're probably guessing, this one also opens up, revealing that interior that made a lot more sense in my eyes when compared to the one from the other building. The stone stairs on the outside lead up to the tower guard room with the essentials for the knight, and outside some more stairs he can climb on to get to his post up there. On the ground floor there's the Shieldsmith's workshop with an anvil and tools on this corner here, a little stove on the corner and paint materials all spilled in the floor, matching the colors of the printed shield element, which is cool. On the other side there's the tavern part of the inn, with some seating and the lute waiting for someone to play it, a chessboard and a barrel of wine. On the floor above lies the kitchen, where the innkeeper probably cooks for the customers with a stove that even opens the door to place some logs in there, and on the final floor the bedroom where the tax collector is staying, better accessed by removing the roof, and again with the essentials for a well-rested night of sleep, but with a cool piece of storytelling, revealing he is not that loyal to the kingdom as he is hiding part of the collected taxes to himself in his stash on the wall there. In closed position the model doesn't take that much space, though you can choose to display it open for a bigger size impression that still works well. There's lots of neat storytelling details, the character selection is great, the throwbacks to classic LEGO themes will bring tears of nostalgia to some people and keeps the medieval theme alive in LEGO, not as a full-fledged theme but with these very nice one-offs every now and then, which is arguably a lot better than nothing at all, right? Both these and the castle look amazing together, but as far as the building experience of the medieval market square goes, it doesn't even come close to the brilliance that the Lion Knight's castle was 2 years ago. I'm not saying it's bad, it was actually really enjoyable to put together, but if you're hoping for a similar feeling, you won't be satisfied. It does, however, offer a lot more value in LEGO bricks than the castle did. For the price of $230, it has 3,300 pieces, which is actually great if you want to make your purchase last longer when putting it together. I feel a lot more nostalgic about the McLaren and the Seven Dwarfs cottage I'll be reviewing in the coming days, but if you're a castle fan, I think you'll be happy with this one, available for purchase March 1st using the links below.